It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the reigning NFC champs on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, they know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Good break up, man. Keep breaking the balls up.
Hands it off out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Barber. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And he'll lose lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright?
Throwing again on second down. Wilson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run on first down. Harden and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 12, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Barber. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, it's Porter. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 85 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third down. Harden. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They run the counter. Porter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
From the gun on third down. Barber throwing the out route incomplete. That's Young. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got Green. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Harden. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harden, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Winslow. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 2nd down now, Harden. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, That's all you're looking for, but he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Barber. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Barber. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harden. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Wilson. This one caught by Winslow. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring out the 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
96 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run on the draw. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Back to throw. Barber. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barber. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Wilson. Finding Green, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He will find Winslow on the left side, complete. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw again is Wilson. And that's complete. It's Green here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Green with a catch left side. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. Josh Allen, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just 1 game coming in. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. The Falcons get a much-needed win there to start the second half as they move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Trey Lance, sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a third and long here following the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Barber. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw. Barber. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. On second down, it's Porter. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Second and 2.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
On 2nd down now, it's Porter, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Barber. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting pain.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Barber. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Barber. And this is incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Barber. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barber. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barber. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the 1st. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge is successful.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run on first down.
Porter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
Barber.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. To throw on third down. Barber. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Throwing on first down. Barber, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barber. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Barber. Under pressure, and they got to him again. This will cost him 11 yards there on the second and goal sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Looking to throw. Barber. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got Green.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Not much there, only a yard. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
153 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Please watch the ball. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shepard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. On third down, Porter. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the reigning NFC champs. Coming up next.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Williams now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now Watson. And this complete to Mitchell. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Browning. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. This will go for 5 up to the 33. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. To throw is Watson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards to go. It's second and 8.
To throw on second down. Barber. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first and 10, Barber. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Barber. Hard throw, incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Houston set to take over. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They run the counter. Browning, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Right back to him on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Open man there is Malone. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
In our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Browning. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So that'll back him up 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Watson. And that is incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Porter, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will wind up as Saints 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Off play action. Barber. Over the middle, complete. That's Porter. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route, and tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Barber. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal, a loss of 12.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
On the return, Williams. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barber. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Barber. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just go from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go on, go get it, big man.
And his top speed is computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams to return.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 3 yards remain for second down. Blitz forthcoming, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on third down, Barber. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Porter. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodriguez. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's go.
So here are the Saints to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Barber. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, Barber. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On third down.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll run on first down. Browning. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Right back to him on first down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. Pushes past him and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Porter. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, Porter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Browning. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
106 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down, Browning. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Browning, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Watson, off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodriguez. 7 yards, the pickup there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
44, Mike, 44.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Porter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it,
you see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Barber. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barber. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st down, Porter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Barber. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
4 yards remain for second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
Looking to throw. Barber. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So first and 10 now from the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
a gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. To throw on 2nd down. Barber. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On third down, it's Porter, and he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Williams now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First throw in OT for Watson. And this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. Browning. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Rodriguez. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
But it's a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. On 2nd down now. Browning. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rodriguez. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
If they moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. taking care of the ball, moving downfield, get themselves in a position to score and win this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Watson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Houston, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will head home next.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Contreras.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Contreras. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
We got this.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Porter stays on his feet. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The big 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
On 2nd down, it's Porter. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 40-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Barber. And he will find his man on the outside. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Titans 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards the pick up there. 2nd down and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield at the 48-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Please watch the offense.
Now a give right side. Porter. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Barber. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Barber. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barber. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Barber. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barker. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barber. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 2. Barber, and he fires one, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he will have the Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Off the option, it's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Barber. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Smallwood. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Barber. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. From the gun on third down, Barber. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield and stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught outright by Graham. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home.
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter.
Personal foul. Defense.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Graham's got it over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Jones. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off play action. Barber. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barber. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. And this one's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Barber. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
How you leave a receiver of that caliber that wide open on that play is absolutely beyond me. You've watched tape. You've gone over the scouting report. Your first move should be double or triple him and make sure someone else doesn't beat you.
Well, especially on 3rd down. That's what's really baffling. On 1st down, it's Porter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And down inside the 15 he goes. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd down now, it's Porter. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Graham on the grab. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Porter. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barber. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Smallwood on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Complete here. It's Hyde. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Saints again ready to go on offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Barber. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The try here for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
On first down, Porter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Barber. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Graham's got it. Complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Graham. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got a bolt down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That caught by Trimble.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by a field goal. 1:50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. He's back to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Smallwood on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Smallwood on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
On now is the Titans punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Barber.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Barker. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Barber. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
130 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage, you fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
On 3rd down, it's Porter.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time. And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll look to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to send him back on 2nd.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Contreras. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
On 1st down, Barber. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man.